Welcome, my dear viewers, to another Maclunkey fireside chat. As you may have heard already from far more credible sources than I, Relic Delta is coming. There is little that can be done to stop its incessant march now. As many of you know, I am bad at math, so I will leave the cold, hard facts and logic to Egnards. I know that you are all here for the feelings and conjecture anyway. So far, I have only been able to gain access to the test client while dreaming. But is this update the nightmare that the community fears it is? Stay tuned for the results of my initial testing. Egnards, bless his heart, has received access to this client during the waking hours, and he has been staying up late to test it, and waking up early to report back to you. His sleep-deprived hot takes offer a good foundation for my fully rested opinions to build upon. He has made it clear that he is not happy with the system as it has been implemented so far. He does, however, give CG the benefit of the doubt, saying that there is room for improvement, saying that it is a good idea that they have welcomed the community into a test rather than release some bug-ridden update. And to that I say, we're basically on the same page. He claims that this is a boon for the community overall. He cites the assault battles, raids, and TB. He does, however, warn us of potential risks in GAC and TW. However, he neglects to mention the greatest threat of all, Conquest. But more on that later. He claims that now is not the time for panic. But if not now, then when? When, Egnards? When should I panic? It is not as if this is the first draft of a new mechanic. It's not as if CG has released an overtuned version of it to highlight its impactfulness in a more drastic and visible way before reducing it in future updates. It is not as if mob mentality has taken over and people with no access to the actual testing client are just regurgitating hot takes from Reddit. Or maybe it is. Is Egnards correct? He envisions a world where the numbers are lowered overall and tweaked to favor offense over defense and PvE over PvP. He claims to desire the inverse of the adjustments that intelligence systems made to the unlockable version of Sturm in Advance Wars 1, released September 10th, 2001. This was a rare occasion where the unlockable version of a final boss was far stronger than he was in the campaign. This is because they inverted his offense and defensive bonuses, making him an unassailable tank of a commanding officer. This, my dear viewers, is because defense is a far more impactful stat than offense, and I have to assume that this assessment carries over from Advance Wars to SWGoH. Therefore, I am once again in begrudging agreements with Egnards. These proposed tweaks would make the system far more tolerable for the average player, and still allow the small indie dev team of CG to keep the lights on and the Malört flowing. Plus, Nihilus, I have heard confirmation, can still dunk on fools. So, as promised, I return now to Conquest, not to assuage your fears, but to stoke them. This is the most impactful change made to this game mode since the last time they ruined it. At the lower end, enemies will die too quickly for you to achieve status effect-based feats. And on the higher end, your units will die too quickly for you to cheese the survival-based feats. Either way, you are doomed to fail. Conquest units under this system are for Conquest Pass Plus holders only, and even then they will take a tremendous effort. You best get used to Proving Grounds now, because the days of Red Crate are over. And this is not even the greatest offense of this update. No, my viewers. They are trying to pull the wool over your thighs. The real damage is being done not within the game itself, but within our very minds. CG is not your enemy here. They never have been. The enemy is within us. It is doubt. It is despair. These worms of the brain tunnel through our thoughts, causing us to lash out in Discord chats and Reddit threads, to form petitions to reverse a change not yet implemented, to quit this game prematurely, to make quick bait thumbnails and video descriptions. We are tearing ourselves apart over nothing. I warn you all now to stand down. Let CG cook. Do not leave the restaurant before the meal is served. If you do so now, you will not receive those little mints that you love so much. So in conclusion, keep on keeping on, my viewers. Keep on keeping on. Do not let them win. Do not let them know who you are or what you stand for or what you did. Make them guess. Make them believe in you. Do not believe in them. Believe in me.